Order, please. Okay, we have the roll call.
Yes, sir. Mr. Dominic.
Present.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. Pearson. Present. Mr. Lynn.
Present.
Ms. Bowman.
Present.
Ms. Baker.
Here.
Ms. Lynch. Mr. Estiday.
Here.
Mr. Thibodeau.
Here.
Mr. Cox.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Epperson.
Here.
We have a quorum, sir.
Very good. This time I would like to ask Mr. Johnson to lead us in the prayer, and Mr. Lynn in the pledge.
Bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. Thank you for our administrator and the staff for the wonderful job that they're doing. Thanks for gathering this body of commissioners together to do your will and the will of the parish. May you bless the citizens of Caddo, that they will have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. These blessings we ask in your Son's name.
Amen. Everyone please face the flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance along with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm used to this. All right, at this time, is there anyone who wishes to address the commission at this time on budgetary matters? Filled out a card, or if you haven't, please come forward and be heard. Being none, we will move to the adoption of the budget ordinances. Okay, first one up will be the capital outlay fund. Entertain a motion.
Move for adoption.
By Commissioner Pearson, seconded by Commissioner Baker, to adopt the capital outlay fund budget, which is ordinance 5031. Is there any discussion on the ordinance? Now, please vote. That passes. Next, we have ordinance 5032, the general fund budget. Mr. Chair. Been moved by Mr. Epperson, seconded by Commissioner Pearson. Is there any discussion? Mr. Thibodeau.
I'd like to amend the ordinance to say that none of the funds out of 5032 be used, no funds out of the general fund be used to grant cost of living increases to commissioners.
Anyone seconding that?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the budget be amended to be approved without cost of living increases for commission members. Mr. Thibodeau, you may speak.
The primary reason I wanted to do this was not to determine whether or not an increase is deserved, but to say that I believe increases to all elected officials should be done out in the open as maybe a separate ordinance and not hidden somewhere in another ordinance. And so that's why I'm asking my fellow commissioners to pass this amendment.
Commissioner Lynch.
My question is, this is my first time hearing this today, so, I mean, is there a reason why this didn't go through your committee, Mike, before today?
I mean, we could amend the budget at any time.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I'm saying for discussion, deliberation, and all of that, so that the public would be
I do
aware
this
of
every
it.
year, and I will continue to do it every year.
So that the public would be aware of it and have an opportunity to attend the meeting, give some input, something. I'm just puzzled by that being done today without us talking about it as a body. Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Pearson.
Is this saying that you would accept an amendment, open amendment to amend the budget to pay, give commissioners cost of living?
Mine is not to grant a cost of living wage to commissioners.
Okay, because what you said was that because it needs to be open. And I'm just saying, is that saying that if we do it openly, then according to you, would that be all right to grant the raise?
I guess that was my reasoning for making the amendment back. Plus, I feel that, we knew what the job paid when we got it, so I just I just think the increases for elected officials should be done in the sunlight.
I guess that's what I was asking. So if I amend that to say that I would like to amend his motion to, well, I'll do that. And that we'll
It's already in the ordinance.
Well, it's already in the ordinance that's inclusive.
Correct.
You know, so if I do it separately, which is what it sounded like he was saying, then that would be okay. Sound like you're saying your reasoning is because you didn't want it just hidden back in an ordinance without coming forward. So if I make it a motion simply saying that the commissioners would be granted a cost of living raise, would that satisfy your reasoning for not wanting to do it?
Yeah. But I think it would be voted on separate from my amendment.
I'd like to move that the commissioners be granted a cost of living raise equal to that of the other employees.
Second. All right, it's been moved and seconded that we have commission members receive the same cost of living raise as parish employees. Is there any discussion on the amended motion? Pearson, you made it. No discussion? Any discussion on the main motion? Okay, we'll take it in order of last goes first. So we'll be voting on Commissioner Pearson's ordinance to allow the same cost of living raise to commission members as to all other parish employees.
I believe in this case you'll have to take my amendment first, because if mine fails, then it's automatically included in the ordinance that's being offered.
You offer up.
Put it in the openness.
Pardon me?
That's not Robert's rules.
Yeah, he is correct.
Explain that again.
Pardon me?
If my amendment fails, then there's no need for your amendment, because it's already in the ordinance.
But we have not voted on the ordinance.
We haven't voted on anything yet.
Yeah, so then if my amendment fails, then we vote on the amended ordinance.
We can vote on everything. We can vote on everything. It's fine with me, but I'm just saying I don't think it's necessary to do it that way.
Okay, I don't light of having to sort through it. Let's vote on all of the motions. So we have that motion, your amended motion, Mr. Pearson's amended motion, and then we may get back to the original motion. All right, vote on Mr. Pearson's motion first. Okay. Fails, it's a tie. Next, we'll vote on Commissioner Thibodeau's motion. Ms. Bowman?
I did, oh, I'm sorry.
Not up there. Thibodeau?
I voted yes. I thought I was the first one.
You didn't vote, you voting now?
I thought I was the first one to vote.
Didn't you register what you vote, please?
Yes.
Thibodeau votes yes.
That's good I had voted.
Well, my button's not reaching. Okay, I'll vote yes, 6-6, that's a tie. Now we're back to the original ordinance, general fund budget. So move. Already been moved, so we just need to vote. Any discussion on that one? Let's vote, please. Original general fund ordinance. That passes. Next item will be ordinance 5034, building fund maintenance. Move. I'm sorry, 5033, public works fund. So moved by Commissioner Dominic. Seconded by Commissioner Lynn. Is there any discussion on the public works fund ordinance? If not, please vote. That passes. Next, we have the building maintenance fund ordinance. That is ordinance 5034.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Pearson, seconded by Commissioner Epperson. Any discussion on that? Vote, please. That passes. Next is ordinance 5036, Park and Recreation Fund. 35. I'm dyslexic today, yes, I am. You just need glasses. No, okay, 3035, Detention Facilities Fund. Move for adoption. Moved by Commissioner Land, seconded by Commissioner Johnson. Any discussion on that motion? Commissioner Thibodeau.
All right, would it be proper to englobe this point, or do we need to do them separately?
If you want to englobo what you wish to
I'd
englobo.
like to englobo 5035,
Go ahead, 5030.
5035 through 5043, and 5045 through 5053. In other words, all except 5044, because there's an amendment that needs to be made on that one.
And 5041.
5042.
5041 needs an amendment.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so we'll
And
exclude 5041. Anything else that needs?
43.
42.
No.
Yes.
43.
Hang on,
Hang on, let's
start over.
I withdraw my motion. I tell you what, I withdraw my motion.
Who has amendments, just tell me to what fund?
5043 and 5046.
5043, 5046. Anyone else? Commissioner Thibodeau?
I have one to 5044.
5044. Anyone else?
5041.
Let's see. Pardon me, hang on.
41.
Who says
Economic development.
5041?
5041 for some reason. Can we just go?
Yeah, you have to amend the NGOs to 5041 and 5044, they both have NGOs.
Okay. I've got those now. Mr. Thibodeau would like to make the motion to englobo 5036.
35.
I'm sorry, 5035 through 5040, 5047 through 5053.
And include 42.
And include 42, yes.
That's right.
That's it. Got a second on that motion? Second. Second by Commissioner Land.
45.
Any discussion on those motions? Anyone? Ms. Baker?
You left that one out.
That includes 45.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion on the floor is that we adopt 5036,
35.
I'm sorry, 5035. Let's see here, through 5042, 5045, 5040.
The time we've done this, we could have been 180.
Yeah, I know we could have done it, but I mean, it's all confusing that it's like a puzzle.
We can just
Go
start
We're
with
gonna do 50,
40.
that's right, 55 through 40,
Then
50, and then we're going to include, wait a minute, 5045, 50, and then 5047 through 5053,
42.
and 5042.
We got all of them.
We got all of them. Everybody on with that?
Need some more food?
Not too much there. Okay, any discussion on that? Let's vote, please.
I don't want you to say anything bad about anybody from North Carolina Parish.
You're the only one I'll say bad things about. Okay, those have passed. Now we have remaining. Next, we have 5041, Riverboat Fund. Need a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Baker. Second. Seconded by Commissioner Johnson. Yes.
amendment number 1 is in your...
amendment.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded.
Need the amendment.
Where's at the top?
This one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on the original motion? Anyone like to discuss it?
I have an amendment to...
Okay, Commissioner Thibodeau?
Amendment to the Riverboat Fund to appropriate the following amounts of NGOs listed below in ordinance number 5043S, Oil and Gas Fund, to transfer $45,000 to the Riverboat Fund to fund a portion of these appropriations.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that we transfer $45,000 from the Oil and Gas Fund to the Riverboat Fund to balance that budget. Any discussion on that motion? Commissioner Dominic?
Now, this is, we're doing the 5041, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that's going to include those amendments that I just handed Eric, is that correct?
Right, all these NGOs plus 45,000 from the oil and gas fund.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Anybody else have any discussion on the motion? As amended. Let's vote, please. And that passes. Next, we have Amendment 5043.
Yes.
Motion. What's that? Oil and gas fund motion? Moved by Commissioner Lynch, seconded by Commissioner Baker. Any discussion on the motion?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
I can make an amended ordinance for 5043 and ties into 5046 as reads. Amend ordinance 5043 oil and gas fund and ordinance 5046 to the reserve trust to transfer $10 million on oil and gas fund to the reserve trust.
Moved and seconded that we transfer $10 million from the oil and gas fund into the reserve trust fund. Any discussion on that motion? Mr. Cox?
Basically, this is something that we're doing good right now. We need to do better, and I think this keeps us in the right direction. As that fund goes on, we can use these as we need to, and gives us more of a backup as we go forward to the future in some of the projects we're looking at. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I don't have any problem with transferring to this fund, but I would like to, think about this a little more than how this issue brought up to date during the budgetary process. Did we discuss this initially in any of the transactions that we had with the budget?
We made mention of it.
But we didn't discuss it in a committee or anything or make an amount. I don't mind transferring, but in my opinion, I would like for us to, to discuss this and talk about this in committee before we did this. And I would, I'd be amenable to transferring this at the next meeting, but not today. I'd like to talk about it in committee. So I'll be voting no on that.
Anyone else have any discussion? Have one question. Ms. Bryant, what would that leave us in the oil and gas fund?
About 11 million.
About $11 million. Very good. Any other discussion on the motion as amended? Vote, please. I'm sorry, Commissioner Lynn?
We could have gone. Anyway, I would like to move it because ultimately it will take 8 votes to transfer that money out of the reserve trust fund, and any amount of expenditures anywhere close to that amount should take hopefully all 12 of our votes, and so I'll be voting yes. That's all.
Any other discussion on the amended motion? Let's vote, please. On the amended motion for the money. That passes. Okay, now we have 5044, Economic Development Fund.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved by Commissioner Baker, seconded by Commissioner Cox.
Okay.
Any discussion? Commissioner Thibodeau?
I've got an amendment, and that would be to transfer $291,000 to the Economic Development Fund in order from the oil and gas fund, in order to fund a portion of these appropriations. And I have a second amendment. Let's just deal with this one first, and by itself.
Is that a motion?
I second that motion.
Seconded by Commissioner Dominic. That's to transfer $291,000.
$291,000.
Balance that fund based on estimated appropriations. Any discussion on that motion? Do the transfer. All right, vote please. Okay.
The second amendment is having to do with the Caddo Parish Commission shall appoint 2 of the board members for the Shreveport Regional Sports Authority, and the sports authorities will be paid quarterly, subject to the commission approval. I thought it was necessary to put this in here since that's what we agreed upon in our committee meeting.
Second. Moved and seconded that the money appropriated for 2011 to the Sports Authority be incrementally released quarterly, and that this body appoint 2 board members to the Sports Authority.
discussion, Commissioner Thibodeau? No.
Pearson?
Dominic?
Do we have the ability to appoint members to that sports authority right now?
Well, if we do this and they want the money, we do.
And this is what the Economic Development Committee agreed to, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that right, Carl? All right.
Any other discussion, Ms. Bellman?
Yes, sir. I have no problem voting for the two appointments from the commission, but I will be voting no for the 200,000 to the Shreveport Regional Sports Authority, and I want the record to show that, please.
Edward?
Any other discussion? Like to further add to my own amendment to this, if I can include it in Commissioner Thibodeau's, and that is to, let's just do his amendment, and I'll do the other. Okay, let's vote on that amendment, that we transfer the money, and we appoint the two board members, and funds are allocated quarterly. All right. That passes. All right. That amendment to the Economic Development Fund has been passed. Now we need any other amendments to, anybody have any other amendments to that fund before we pass the fund? None? I do. I'd like to transfer $5,000 from the general fund to the Economic Development Fund for the Independence Ball to assist them in running shuttles for the game, since the city and the school board can't do it. Second. Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on that motion? Please vote. Ms. Lynch? Thank you. All right. Any more amendments to that budget fund? All right. Final vote as amended, Economic Development Fund 5044. Motion to approve it as it is, moved by Commissioner Epperson, seconded by Commissioner Pearson. Any discussion on that vote? Vote, please.
Did I show up?
Yeah. Okay, that passes.
Register me as yes on that, please.
Register Mrs. Lynch's yes, please. And the last item we have, we don't have, actually. Reserve Trust Fund.
Move as amended.
Ordinance 5046, move as amended by Commissioner Thibodeau, seconded by Commissioner Potts.
What's the amendment? What's the amendment?
It's moving $10 million from the oil and gas fund.
It was amended.
Oh.
Discussion on the motion, please. Please vote.
Oh, we had already voted on it.
We had, it's all right. We know it's all voted now. All right, I believe it does it, does it not? All right, we have our 2011 budget passed. No more business before this body at this meeting. We move to adjourn. All right.